What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Maylay all day, and we back up in the building, man. Coming at you with another little video. This one's gonna get deep. I'm gonna talk about the hood and the codes by which we live by. You know, everybody's on the don't rat, don't snitch. He's a rat, he's a snitch, he's a bitch, he's a this, he's a that. And that's fine until these same people are faced with the situation of do or die, fly or fry, fry or cry. You know, it was a weird thing, man, because you know Alpo been out of jail for a while. You know what I mean? That's bad business. What's up, dog? I'm gonna talk about this shit, man. We're gonna get into it, man. This is deep. This is real, and we need to talk about it. Alpo, man. Alpo was about that life. There's no question about it, man. The game was built for brothers like him, man. This is a cutthroat game, man. And that's what it is. It's cutthroat, man. You do not get to the top of that pile without being a cutthroat, man, because it's narco terrorism, man. They're terrorists, man. They terrorize the community. They terrorize society. And at some point in time, everyone that has tried their hand in the game realizes, okay, am I willing to go all the way? Or am I just bullshitting penny in and trying to make a couple dollars and stay out the way? Sunshine. So, you know, that's the question faced with for the so-called hustler, the bought it nigga. You know what I mean? You bought it nigga? You gonna pop your gun? You willing to kill somebody? Are you willing to sell these drugs knowing the police is watching and they coming? Knowing the stick-up kids is watching? These, when you are in the streets and in the game, there are certain things that come with it. Drugs bring fame and it brings pain. The fame, you got all the bitches wanting you because you got money. You know what I mean? You living the fast life. You going out to eat. You living that hot boy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you're faced with a lot of decisions. You got to worry about the police coming for you. You got to worry about fake friends coming for you. Everybody loves you when you winning. Let me hold something. Dog, look out. They don't care nothing about you. It's just what they can get off you. People want to wash your dishes. They want to do your laundry. They willing to do anything. Suck your joint for some of that shit. You got everybody at your beck and call. Also, John Law, the police is coming. The jackers is coming. Stick-up kids is coming. You could lose your life. You get your kids kidnapped. There's so much that comes with the life. Now, you get busted. Now, when you get busted, okay, were you dumb? Did you get pulled over? Did you get patted down? Was you out on the street and you got jammed up? That shit used to happen back in the day. But that shit don't happen. The police, there's millions of cars out here. The police ain't pulling you over and searching your ride. They ain't even allowed to do it if you got your shit in order. But when somebody drop a dime, they coming. Now you in trouble because somebody dropped a dime on you. Now, do you do your bid or do you tell? And, as I watched Alpo and I watched the documentaries and all, he's home. That man killed people. He put in the work. And now that he's home, see, most motherfuckers in the game ain't built for it and they pretenders, man. And now that he's home, ain't nobody willing to call him a rat to his face. The community won't ostracize him because they scared. Now, there are some people that when they had a sweep and there's 30 people in the sweep, it begins to be who's going to tell first, because the one who tell first getting a better deal. And, do you hold your water? Do you stay official so you can come home when you get out of jail and everybody high five you, he's a real one, and then all that shit goes away and your kids is 18, you missed graduation, you missed all the football, you missed all the dances, you missed the daughter's first date or first kiss, you missed all that. You come home and baby girl got 2 kids now and no good niggas. If you was home, could you have prevented that? Is it worth going to jail, biting the bullet and doing the time because you did the crime when the ones you protecting, they might be your friends, but did they hold you down while you was in there? Did they put money on your books? Did they look out for you? Or did they abandon you like most people get when they go to jail? You ain't tell on this motherfucker, and this motherfucker helped you while you was going through the trial, but once you got sentenced and he was out of the danger zone, forgot about you. These are the questions that you're faced with. The no good nigga in this game is the one who wins. The slimiest and the grimiest nigga is the one that wins because you figure, why should I protect you motherfuckers? Somebody told on me. Alpo did 25 years when he should have did life. He killed 2 people that we know of. What's up, Kenyo? He killed 2 people that we know of. So is that where the buck stopped? Or is there more people out there he killed that we don't know about? I would be willing to bet there was more people. I don't know Alpo. I don't have nothing against him. But the code that I was taught, that I told it was the way to be, he violated that. And when he comes home, I seen he had an interview with Unique. And he was like, I'm not advocating snitching. I'm not advocating none of that. But I did what I had to do that was best for me. Wasn't that what everybody does? So if you do what's best for you, that's saying fuck the next man. I'm telling. I'm locking people up. They could give me life. I'm 25 years old, 26 years old. I can come home when I'm 50, or I can come home in a box. What is worth you going to jail for the rest of your life and then coming home in a box? Ain't nothing worth that. I'd rather come home and live my life free than worry about some motherfuckers that wasn't going to do nothing for me, wasn't going to look out for me, was never there for me, worrying about what they call me. When it gets down to it, all a person that's ratting got to worry about is somebody going to kill me. Is somebody going to kill me? And as we all know, in the hood, ain't nobody killing nobody for ratting no more, man. The mafia, they put in that work. Niggas is too scared to police their own community. You got motherfuckers out here burglarizing, robbing, killing people. They family don't get back at them. They don't let nothing happen no more, man. It's all a dream. It's all a lie. It's all one big lie. That's all it is, man. And if you buy into that lie, You'll have honor and you'll have respect from the hood. But what is that? The hood don't give no fuck about you. Because when you go down, what happens? You seen it. We've all seen it. You with your woman. She's a dime piece. Y'all got a couple of kids. You getting money. You bought your family. You ride or die. And then when you get pinched, 6 months later, she with the next dope dealer, paying her bills. But this is who you love. This is who you went down for. You kept it G. If you would ask the motherfuckers that's in jail right now, if they could do it different, what would they do? You got some dudes that stand-up dudes and they feel like, you know what, I committed the crime, I got to do the time. And that's fine, and that's respectable. But if everybody lived by that, half the people in jail wouldn't be there. Because most of the people in jail, it's drug-related nowadays, but most of the people in jail is there because somebody told on them. Not because they were slipping, because they trusted somebody. If you knew, you know how it is, man, I don't trust him, I ain't fucking around with him. Of course not. So you got to realize that when you get busted, it's going to be coming from somebody you didn't suspect. So off rip, you should suspect the people that you don't suspect. Yeah, I think he's cool. I can't trust him. Because that's where it's coming from. It's not coming from the dude you know ain't no good. It's coming from the motherfucker sitting right here, right next to you, watching everything, wearing the wire, telling on you. But I seen Unique talking to Alpo, and Alpo was like, yeah, you know, they calling me a rat. They saying this, that, and the third, and I earned that. But I'm still a man. I'm still a man. And what he's telling y'all is I still will put in that work. You will not disrespect me. So what comes down to it, man, are you willing to snitch and be called a rat behind your back and get talked about and have your freedom? Or is people saying you's a stand-up dude, you did 30 years in the penitentiary when you could have told, is that worth it? Is that worth it? $1 billion ain't worth your freedom if you can't spend it. You know what I mean? $1 billion ain't worth your freedom if you can't spend it, man. So, you know, I'm looking at Alpo and like, man, this dude's a rat, man. And I ain't feeling him because he killed his right-hand man. You know what I'm saying? He killed his right-hand man. And for what? He said he lied to me. I asked him twice and he lied to me. You know what I mean? He lied to me. Man, so you killed the man? Or did you kill him because you wanted the plug? You wanted the clientele? You wanted the money? Why did Alpo really kill Rich Porter, man? And then I look at Rich Porter's family. How do y'all feel knowing that your beloved is in the ground and this man come home from jail wearing mink coats, flossing, still with the swag? I don't get it, man. It's like right now, we know the game is fucked up, man. You can't win in the game, man. The game ain't what it used to be, man. It's not a game, number one. It's not a game. It should be called life because it's not a game, man. Nothing about it is a game. Nothing about it is fun or enjoyable. Because in the end, you going down, man. You going down. What's up, Nate? Hit the link, bro. You know, when Alpo came home, man, it was like he almost came home to a hero's welcome. And it's like, not everyone in New York, because not everyone in New York is in that shit. But to those that claim the game and live and die for this shit and bought that life, bought it, niggas, Alpo giving y'all a black eye. They talking about the fight, Paparazzi Poe versus King Earner. Alpo gonna be right there, cheering his son on. Lil Po, he gonna be right there. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to him, man. And it leaves me with the look of stun. It leaves me speechless. And I don't advocate telling, because if you decide to commit a crime, then you have to take on that time that comes with it if you get caught, man. That's just the way it should be. You shouldn't be allowed to tell. How can I tell on you to get out of trouble? Where's that in the Constitution? You know what I mean? Where's that in the Constitution? That you can tell your way out of trouble. Who does that, man? Coming to the stage. He's never late. He's always on time. He said that he's great. You know him as Nate. Nate the Great. What's going on, baby boy? Brand new, baby.
Yo, what's good, man? Salute to the chat. Salute, Maylay. What's good, man?
Man, I'm just up here, man. I've been watching these documentaries, man, and I've been looking at Alpo, man, and I'm conflicted, Nate, because on one hand, like, the game is full of foul people. Everybody ain't foul, but you selling poison to your people, man. There's only thing coming out of it is hell, jail, or the hospital. You dead, you dying. There's very few that get out unscathed, man. And so, on one hand, I'm like, Alpo's a bitch nigga, man. He killed his best friend, man. He killed people, and he told his way out of it. He still did 25 years, but he told his way out of it, man. And he killed people, and he's out here talking about it. But on the other hand, you know what? If you're willing to kill people and you have killed people, telling on a motherfucker ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Telling on a motherfucker ain't nothing. So I'm trying to digest this, Nate, man, and wrap my head around it. Like, being that the game is full of death and destruction, how can you get mad at a motherfucker that's telling? Because like the police, like warrants, like stick-up kids, motherfucker snitching is part of it. And if you think that, oh, that's messed up, he was telling, then you a fool. If you believe there's a code that people actually live by, you're a fool. So it's almost like, you know what? I'm going to sell drugs and I'm going to ball till I fall. And when I get caught, I'm telling my way out of it. I'm going to win this game, man. Even if I got to cheat, man. What say you, Nate?
Man, listen, the main thing I'm not for is, you right to a degree. If you claim you in the game, supposed to play that game until the wheels fall off, man. But is there certain things shouldn't do and it shouldn't be allowed anyway. But we seen what happens. Sometimes people get a pass for whatever reason. So the game is really just tricky and rigged, man, if you want to be technical, man, because I could be doing something right now and I could be under the radar for a little while, but eventually I'm going to be on the radar because you're going to have people talking. You're going to have people seeing things, the usual. My thing is, if you're going to be in the game and you're going to be doing certain things, the first thing you're supposed to make sure is that your crew don't have no type of issues within each other. Whether it be money, women, whatever, because those be the downfalls, man. And if you look at every damn movie, even with niggas that was getting it, they always either lose out because of a woman, money, or just one trying to be above the other one. Like, if we supposed to be doing something together, it doesn't matter if it's legal or illegal. We're supposed to be on the same page. We ain't supposed to be hating on each other. And the main thing we ain't supposed to be doing is poisoning our community, man. But just like some people say, son, there's no rules and no street codes when it comes to the streets. Like they made it now to where anything is just, allowed. So. But they always say there's no honor amongst thieves anyway, so.
No honor, man.
So like I said, it's always a hit and miss when it comes to that, man. Like, yeah, I agree with you. Like, if you're going to be doing whatever it is you're doing, you might as well take the consequences like a man when it's all said and done. But you got some people that ain't going to think like that. Some people are just going to, all right, well, I get wrapped up. You know, some people will keep their mouth shut and say, I'll take my time, like how a grown man's supposed to. All right, I got caught out there, fuck it, I'll take my lumps. But then you're going to have those who, the first type of deal or first type of whatever come my way, I'm saying whatever I need to say to get up out of here. So gotta make sure if you're doing certain shit like that, gotta make sure your crew is strong, man. Not just physically, but mentally as well, man.
Right. Hey, man, it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's a dog-eat-dog world, man. And, you know, when you young and you 20, man, you got a gang of friends, you got a crew, man. You buy into that, man. You really believe it. And that's how you be living, man. And slowly but surely, man, it's like the friends get plucked. This one goes to jail. This one moves. The game ain't for this one. He falls back from the fellas. Baby mama issues, drama with girls. And then next thing you know, you look up and there's only 3 or 4 of the crew left, man. When you 35, you got 1 or 2 left. Some of them died. Some of them got locked up and got mad years to serve. You know what I mean? Like the crew falls apart and you watch it happen to each generation, man. But for some reason, they just keep playing the same game, man, and never once learning, man. There's very few that learn, man, that you'll see get in the game and make it out unscathed. And the ones that do make it, it's because they got out the game. How many hustlers have you seen 60, 70 years old and got everything they ever wanted and never been to prison, never been shot at, never been shot, never, you know, just enjoyed life like it was a career? It's not legal, man. It's not legal, man.
It's not that many people that can say that they did that. But you know, it is the thing is that everybody is trying to play the game but trying to put their own twist to it to a degree. But some people are not fortunate enough, like I said, to have a crew that's really going to be like, yo, listen, in the event of anything, look, you know, this is what you trying to do. All right, well, we going to help you do this. And if this is where you feel you want to go after that, you know, then, you know, we for it. You know, like my thing is some people got in the game, got what they needed, and knew when to fucking get out. You know,
right.
That's the thing. Some people knew when to get out and still just said, well, let me stay here anyway, man. Like
one more
sometimes
flip.
it's that thrill of the money, man. Like some people feel like, oh, this fast money is better than me trying to, you know, use my hands and my brains and whatever else, man. Like I granted some people don't get that opportunity. Some people come from different tracks. I grant that. But if you gonna do what it is you want to do and you saying you trying to make a way out, you gotta have a backup plan. Like I was saying the other day, you gotta have some sort of end game. Like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is what I need. I can get this within a small time frame. All right, I'm good. And even if you want to do something, you know, the main thing, some people gotta learn to stay low. Stop always recording everything you do, man. Like some people would be all right if they would stop going on social media real quick. Yeah, son, you see what we doing? You see how we get it? And that'd be the first thing too. Y'all self-snitching on yourselves because you act like Instagram and Facebook and all these other damn platforms don't have people that specifically watch certain things. You know, even if they don't catch it right off the rip, don't be surprised when a nigga come knocking on your door like, oh shit.
That's why they don't get out the game, man, because it starts out, you know, most people start out because they need money. They trying to get out of their situation. But you done made 200, 500,000. You can start any type of small business you want, from property to a food truck, anything. It's the power, man. It's the power that you can put a call in. Hey, man, I need you to come over here and cut my grass. I need you to wash my car. When you come in the spot, everybody's dapping you up. You know what I mean? It's the fame and the power, man, that people lose sight of the fact that this shit don't last forever, man. Get in, get out. You know, you look at the game as rain. You might go outside and have an umbrella and all that, man. But when you're in a hurricane, you're going to get wet. You got to get out the elements, man. You got to get out the elements. And when I'm thinking about Alpo, man, what's your take on that, man? It's almost like he came home to a hero's welcome. He right back in Harlem. He right back on in the same streets, man, where he killed his best friend. He killed his best friend, man. Like, even if you ain't related to Rich Porter, you don't know Rich Porter, man. When you see, you know, everybody grow and change, maybe he changed, you know, maybe he do regret that. And you can't live in the past, but for the most part, a leopard don't change his spots, man. So knowing what he did, man, how can you respect him? How can anybody jack anything he's putting down? Because, dude, you killed your best friend, you poisoned the community, and then you told. You know, you look at the 85, 86, man, when crack hit. Hey, man, you see how they talked about what they was doing in Harlem and how many drugs they was moving. Like, them people that were in their 20s and 30s and 40s and shit, that back in the 70s and early 80s, they partied, they sniffed a line or two, they went to work, they took care of their kids, and they still did them. When that crack hit, man, it turned everybody into zombies, man. And that dude is behind a lot of that shit, man. They ruined a lot of lives, man. They would laugh at the crackhead and call them names and say they wasn't shit, but never, you know, shining the light on that. This shit, the black community was targeted. They concentrated cocaine. They made it highly addictive. And the government played a role in that, man. And they knew there was no coming back from that, man. And they used the black community, man, to get those funds up, man, for government operations, man. And guys like Rick Ross and Freeway Ricky and Big Meech and these dudes in these big cities across America destroyed the black community. And you have people making rap names and taking on those names, like glorifying the fact that these dudes were monsters. They were predators, and they preyed on our family. They preyed on young people. They preyed on people that didn't know no better, man. And you'll see somebody make a video and clown somebody for getting high, but you salute the devil that gave it to them, that poisoned them.
Man, you know what it is? I'm gonna be honest with you, because I done heard, you know, how to, besides just watching the, you know, Paid in Full, which we know was based on this situation right here, but, you know, overall, you know, the only thing I really couldn't respect overall, you know, because I don't, like I said, I don't know these people personally, and I don't really know the whole background truth, you know. So, but my thing is, the only thing I couldn't respect is you bodying your quote unquote best friend, man. Like, you can't do shit like that, man. Like, I don't care if me and my best friend then had the worst argument to where it feel like we ain't even gonna be rocking out no more. I'd rather us just go our separate ways and at least see each other still try to prosper than me having to kill you. And you would have to do something. It would have to, the only way I could kill you, it would have to be something on the line where there is no coming back from that, man. Other than that, petty beefs and squabbles and
money,
all that other shit, it's not worth me killing my friends. It's not worth, that's like me killing my family. It's not worth it.
Right.
Dollar bill is not that.
How can you kill a man that, you know, you was in the sandbox with, man? When you was hungry, he gave you half his sandwich. He split the pot with you. He let you come stay over his house. When you was going to the party, he let you wear his favorite shirt. shared genes, you know what I mean? Just did the shit we did with our best friend as kids, man. Like when you had a problem, you went and talked to him about it, man. When you liked the girl, you was telling him about it. He told you what to say to her, let you ride his bike. Just all the shit you did, man, that made you like this, man, to the point where now I'm putting lead in you, man. That's a rotten motherfucker, man. That's a rotten motherfucker. Like the game distorts your mind, and I know people get caught up in this shit, man. But just as a man, like, how do you look in the mirror? Like, how do you swallow that? We've all done things that we go, oh man, I wish I didn't do that, man. Like, God, man, like, like when you get in trouble with the law and you're in handcuffs, man, and you thinking about, oh fuck, man, like the paranoia, the worry, all that shit sets in. But at the end of the day, killed your best friend, man. Behind money, when you already got money, man, you're living good. But the greed makes you want more to the point that you'll kill your best friend and then have the nerve to go to the family and say, man, why they saying I did that, man? Damn. The man said, you think if I give them some bread, they'll let it go? That right there lets you know what stock he's putting in money. Money's everything to that man, dog. Money's everything to that man, man. And I just, man, you only get, there might be 2 or 3 dudes you call your best friend, you fall out with them, you can't stand them and all that, man. But even through not speaking, if you hear somebody jumped on them or something, man, it affects you, man. Man, that nigga make me sick. But you want to go see the motherfuckers that fucked with him, man, because deep down inside, you got love for him, man. I got homies that, I don't rock with no more, you know what I mean? For whatever, they moved away, whatever the case may be, man. I could never kill them, man. I could never kill them, man. It gets to the point where you say, man, fuck, man, like, I can't do nothing to him, man. Nothing I can do, man. I just got to take the L. Because how do you kill your man, dog, from teenage years, man? Like, them dudes was getting money together, man, like getting major paper. You know the fun that they had together, man. And you kill them for money? For money? Something you already got? Alpo, man, you foul for that, bro. How could you kill Richie, man? Richie! What up, dog? What you gonna do? Man, I'm gonna shop and get me a fit. This party gonna be going on tonight. We get to the party, we kicking it. We done got the telly, we got bitches, we doing all that. We having fun, we're living our life. And then you kill them?
I don't know, man. You know what it is? Like I said, it's like I said, I can only put but so many words to it. It's just, the game is the game, and if you watched and just looked at anything, and not just television wise, if you've been around and see certain things, some things could be avoided and some things could be mended. And some people feel like once you do the simplest thing to cross them, your life is more, your life right there is okay. Now I gotta get rid of you. But I always felt it should never gotten that far. And that's just not even just with him, just anybody that we known or that we seen that has, like, I just watched something recently on the news. The dude, there was a boy that got shot out here in the Bronx. Found out the 2 people they arrested, one of them was his older brother. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like, it's just certain things I feel like this. It's just like you said, it ain't that serious at the end of the day. And then at the end of the day, you got to live with that guilt to a degree. Like,
guilt.
Some people feel, but then some people don't have a conscience, so they ain't gonna feel it but so much. And when they do feel it, it'll be like it's too little, too late. So it's just it is sad though, man. Like, but this just goes to show you, like I was telling you one time before, simplest things could make friends turn to enemies. Even when it comes to family, your family could end up being your enemy. Just look what the hell just happened.
His older brother did him, man.
Older brother, somebody else, the third person is still on the, from what they were saying, he's still on the loose. But even still, it's like you had something to do with your brother's murder. Even if that wasn't it, you still had something to do with it, man. Like it's sad.
Now playing devil's advocate. When you look at it, like the game is the game, man, and it's foul all the way around. Every base is foul, man. So then you throw this in there, man. Like Alpo's a murderer. He's a devil. He done hooked the community up with the poison. Him snitching was nothing. It's harder to kill Rich Porter than it is to take the stand. So, if you got somebody that is out here killing people, then it's nothing for him to take the stand, man. So, you say, you know what? When you look at it, man, I'm selling drugs, I'm killing people, and how many people are really willing to spend the rest of their life in jail if they don't have to? If I can tell my way out of jail, why wouldn't I do it? You know what I mean? If I can tell my way out of jail, we ain't talking about no 2 to 3 or 2 to 4. We talking about life, 30, 40, 50 years. We could all sit here and say, man, I ain't fuck that rat and shit. Man, 50 years, man. That's why I'm not heavy in the game like that, because I know I can't do 50 years. I can't do 40, 30 years. So I'm not breaking no laws to where I'm looking at that type of time, man. How can you really blame the man for telling, How can you really blame the man for telling, man?
Yeah, it's
See, what you think about it, man?
See, what I think about the whole situation is just, it was a difference when certain people was doing shit just to, not so much as make a quick buck, but try to make something happen to where they ain't gotta continuously do the shit. My overall thing is, it's never the best thing to poison your community, man. Like, my thing is, it went from weed selling to everything else, man. Like, and at the end of the day, it's like, all right, I granted some people are trying to make their way, trying to pave their way, and then some people are just with the whole glitz and glory to a degree. Like, I gotta be that person. I gotta be the superstar of all superstars, man. Even if it means I gotta belittle my friends or I gotta do whatever just to be at the top. But that's the one thing everybody always failed to realize. You could be at the top for now, but if you're not humble enough, you'll fall right back down to where you was at.
What you think about it, Hat?
My take on it is people do strange things for money. And money will make you do strange things. But at the end of the day, his ulterior motive was to be the man. And when you got that ulterior motive to be the man, you'll do anything to be on top. You kill your family. They say family will do you first. You kill your family, you do your brother, you do your sister, kill your mom. He wasn't at the time, I believe in my heart, he wasn't thinking about none of that. He was thinking about himself. And when you go and tell on somebody, you're thinking about yourself, because not only that, a lot of the guys tell because about a bitch. You know what I'm saying? There's a bitch waiting in the wings somewhere that they don't want to be away from somebody else getting at their meat or whatever. That'll make a motherfucker tell on the heartbeat. I seen a lot of niggas do it. I seen niggas tell, not even over no money. I see niggas tell with pussy in a minute.
That's
they don't want to be away from their broad. They don't want nobody else to be around their broad. And they'll fuck up somebody else's life, somebody else's family, somebody else's livelihood, because they want to be around this girl. And it could be just him and the girl, and they ain't got to have no kids. Just him and the brick. I seen it done, man.
Yeah, that's real, man. That's real, man. You know,
I
you
just said that.
see girls, man, they'll be crying and, oh, he did this to me. He had a baby on me. He got that girl pregnant. He did this. He did that. And the only thing I could offer up, man, is, you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, there's levels to this shit, man. You somebody nickel and diamond, penny ante, they're just trying to get by. You know, it might not apply. But when you got somebody out here being a major player, bricks and all that, man, and handling big major bags, man, they don't care about their own freedom. If they're willing to risk their freedom and their life, chasing after the money and the streets, the power and the fame, do you really think that that dude's gonna care about your little feelings, girl? Do you really think he's gonna love you enough to, he's not gonna sleep with another woman because he love you? This man, every day he leaves the house, he might care, but he don't care enough to stop. So if he will risk his freedom, life, and limb for what he wants, do you think if there's an opportunity for him to sleep with another woman that he not going to do it because he love you and he's worried about your feelings? That's the thing, man. When you dealing with people, man, you gotta look at the character and remove yourself from it and then see what you see. You know, when you put yourself in, oh, well, he ain't gonna do that to me. Well, he loves me. We have this. No, look at the situation for what it really is, man. And when somebody's out here moving and grooving heavy in the game, man, girl, you a casualty already, man. You a casualty. It's like them women that wife NBA players and entertainers and all that. Man, you already know, man. There's another woman, man. You're sharing that. You're sharing, man. You're sharing, man, because he can. So, you know, at the end of the day, what the telling, man, if a motherfucker is faced with enough time, they're gonna fry you, man.
Yeah.
They might feel bad about it, but they're gonna fry you, man.
Yeah, they got to come back around the same people they fried. If the same people they fried, let them come back around them.
Man, you seen it in the hood, man. Dudes is telling, there's paperwork, and what do motherfuckers say? No, man, I don't believe that, man. Nah, man, there's more to that, man. Or like with 6ix9ine. Well, look what they did to him. They kidnapped him. They were sleeping with his baby mom. Well, he supposed to kidnap them. Go sleep with their baby mom. When did you justify? Like, my thing is that, like, I think that we need to stop letting people get away with shit that plagues the community and terrorize the community. Like, if you know that Billy Bob is on drugs and he's running around stealing the plumbing out of every piece of property, he's breaking into cars, he's doing all this shit, but nobody's gonna give him street justice or police the community, or won't nobody tell dudes murdering and killing people, won't nobody say nothing, man, because they don't want to be labeled a snitch or a rat, man. And meanwhile, the only one benefiting from the silence is the motherfucker destroying the community, man. Right. Because nobody wants to be labeled a rat. It's almost like it's a joke. Like, this is a joke, man. Like, oh, you's a rat. Oh, that nigga be telling. Man, 3 years, 6 months after the telling's over, motherfuckers be right back in the bar drinking with them, be right back copping from, you know, this motherfucker's a rat, and he done went to jail, and everybody in the bus got 10, 15, 20 years. This motherfucker did 18 months at a camp, only did 12 months at the camp, did 6 months in the halfway house, 5 months on house arrest, and now he's back in the streets and motherfuckers is fucking with him. Like, they won't even ostracize a motherfucker, man.
They won't.
I know a motherfucker that got pulled over. He got caught with a stem. He got caught with a crack pipe. And he was going to lose his Section 8. And so he set a motherfucker up, and the motherfucker did 15 motherfucking years because this motherfucker didn't want to lose his Section 8. And this motherfucker, 4 years later, he's in the bar. What's up? Hey, what's going on, man? Yo. I said, man, nah, man. You got to go, man. You got to go. It's not your part, man. You got to go, man. Nah, my man, he's in jail and all that right now, away from his kids, away from all that, man. And you out here, yo, because you didn't want to lose your Section 8 and you end up losing the shit anyway. You got to go, man. And then they like, man, why you doing that to Bert? Why you doing Bert like that? Bert don't hurt nobody. He good dude. He ain't no good dude. Man, you wrong for that. Then you know, they'll say, I'm telling. Oh, man, you don't trust him. He's a rat. No paperwork, no nothing. I'm stand-up dude. I'm the one holding it down. But this dude is a known on paperwork, actually went to court and said, it was you. And y'all let him ride. So it gets down to the point of, you know what, man? When you think about it, a motherfucker that's in the game, a nigga, it's wrong to think, but you be smart if you say, you know what? I'm a ball super duper hard. I'm going all the way in. And I'm keeping a record, wear your own wire. Build a case against motherfuckers. And when you get jammed up, give it all to the police, man. And the only way I'm doing this is if I don't do a day. And then you'd have made $500,000. You've been absolved. You got away with everything. Move, go to a new state, start a whole new life, and live good. If you're going to do it, you might as well make a whole great plan to just win. You know, like just win, man. Because I mean, what are we doing anymore, man? What is this shit, man? When you can kill your best friend, murder people, sell mad drugs, then you have the nerve to tell and still do 25 years. Like if I'm telling all this, I don't want to do a day. But I guess it was either life or 25 years. He do 25 years and then he come home to a hero's welcome. What are we doing, man?
A lot of people don't know is that the government they let shit slip through and let certain motherfuckers get the paperwork, and that's how they get exposed. You know, the government don't give a shit about you. They done used you all up. Who cares where you go? Now, the decision for you to be in the witness protection program, it'll be strictly up to you. But a lot of dudes ain't doing that because they know when they come back to the hood, ain't nobody going to do shit to them.
Right. That's the whole thing, man. Ain't nobody going to do shit to them. And that's really what it is. Because when you look at Alpo, okay, who's going to call him a rat to his face? When nobody. He's a known killer. I watched Unique, man. He was saying, Alpo saying it. Yeah, you know, they calling me a rat. They saying all this and that. I got to wear all that, but I'm still a man. Unique said, yeah, man. Remember back in the 80s how we was getting it, man? He immediately changed the subject. He had him right there. He should have said, like, well, you know, you was a rat, man. You violated the street code. How can you come back here and say everything you lived by and the way you was living and you loved the hood and you died for this shit and then you told so you wouldn't have to spend the rest of your life in jail? I get why you told, but now that you did tell, you don't want to deal with the back end of you can't come around here no more. We can't love you no more. No, he ain't say none of that, man. He immediately copped the plea and got down and gave him fellatio for the whole world to see, man. That shit was sickening, man. It was sickening. Unique, man. DJ Unique. It's a bum.
I ain't see that video.
All you got to do is type in Unique and Alpo and it'll pop up, man.
Yeah, because a lot of people that they say be rats and they don't be a rat.
Right.
And they'll treat you funny. You know what I'm saying? And shy away from you all because of what somebody of them said that ain't even true.
And then you got a bona fide rat out there and they showing him love. Alpo's home. Alpo's home, man. When he came home, he walked through Harlem. It was like he dared a motherfucker. He walked through Harlem and bitched the whole city up, man.
Well,
I say, man, like, there's a lot of people that ain't involved and ain't got nothing to do with it, and it have no impact on them. But these dudes out here claiming thug life and all that, man, he give all y'all black eye, man. Like, this is a dude you make an example of.
I think what it is he was gone so long that through generations done passed down that they done forgot about it. Like, he might have went in the 80s or whenever he went in, and your man, some people might have died, some people might have, moved away, or like you said. And when he come back to a new generation that don't even really know him like that.
Yeah, all they hear about is the stories about all the money and the fireworks and the love he showed the hood and the body. So now they like, oh, he gotta say, man, that shit ain't true, man. That's bullshit. How they railroaded me, man.
Right.
I already cased up. I told them what they already knew. It's just sad that, man, it's not even really sad. It's just the fact of people got to wake up to realize this street code, this G code, it's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit and a lie, man. And when you realize that, man, work off of that, man. Because if you think there's a code and motherfucker gonna hold you down, that's not gonna happen. You're gonna do that bid by yourself, man.
You got that right.
Go ahead, Nate. I see you was gonna say something.
No, it was mostly saying the same thing. Like, it's just, it's no codes really, man. Like, this game switched up basically. Like, it switched up too much, man, because it went from don't say nothing to say absolutely everything. But then it's also bad too, because just like your man said, you got people who have been called out or been labeled certain things, and it wasn't true. But just for the fact, the power of the tongue, man. I could give you a good ass inception and a conception to something, and you're gonna go with it. Yo, man, this one snitched on them and did this, that, and third. Oh, word. And it don't even be true. But this is why I say some people gotta not be so quick to open their mouth and jump off of. Just don't jump out the window without a parachute, man. Make sure everything you're saying about somebody is the truth and actual factuals before you just go out there and say anything.
I know somebody, man, that got jammed up, the crew, 52 birds, man. You got jammed up 52 birds, man. And this dude told everything, man. There was nobody that he spared. Like, he didn't say, yo, he wasn't involved or, kept this one up. Told on his own brothers. He told everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Told everything. Father on down, man. Told everything, man. Like, and he didn't tell. I mean, I guess there was a couple people that might have been spared, but the only reason they were spared is because they wasn't doing nothing. But if you was doing something and you was making change, he said your name. Like Miss Puff told SpongeBob. I spoke the flats. I mentioned your name. What? Now he's going to beat my butt. Man. That's the thing. I spoke the flats. I mentioned your name. I spoke to the feds. I mentioned your name. They ain't playing no games, man. They ain't playing no games, man. And I nowadays, man, our kids have opportunities that we didn't have. When we was 12, 13, or 14, that's what they put in front of you, man, was the work. You could get yours, or you could sit down here and keep wearing them Lee jeans and wearing them Wranglers and wearing them fish heads if you want to, and Converse and Brookses. Or you can get off your ass and get you some Jordans and shit. Because you see kids nowadays, they're putting, like you said, Nate, the 2-year-olds know how to run the iPad. If you put the right things in front of our kids, man, they will succeed, man. And the game ain't it, man. There's a lot of kids out here, a lot of grown men now that when they was kids, they was handed the game, and they was schooled, and they was taught what to do. And it was always there was this one guy, he preyed on the dudes that ain't had no dad, man, and was living rough, man. He was giving them packages, man. And they thought he was the man, and he loved them, and he didn't give a shit about them, man.
Nope.
They all caught cases, man. And he was fine with that because there was somebody else that he was going to get a package to, man. And niggas looked up to him, man. Niggas looked up to him like, yo, man, that's the homeboy, man. That's the homeboy. Man, this nigga didn't give a damn about none of y'all, man. All he wanted was the money. That's all he wanted was the money, man. He didn't care nothing about none of them young bucks, man. And they all caught bids. They all went to jail, man. And guess what? He didn't. I think he did 2 years, but he ended up telling. And he was big, rough, and tough. Rough, tough, tumble. Pumping iron. All that pumping iron. Shit. Do a day.
Yeah, man.
Building. What's up, J. Quill?
Yeah, man. Salute Quill, man, and salute everybody against it. You know, it's just it's the truth, man. Like we got some people that keep the honor and just, you know what, I got caught. I'm the main one that did it. I ain't letting nobody else go there. You got some that throw your grandmother under the bus if they have to, just to, you know. And it is sad because if you claim you about that, you should stick to your gums, man. Like, that's really about it. But it's just like I was just saying, man. And the same thing like I was saying about the kids, man. Like the kids, you put anything in front of them and you teaching them, or they learning it, or they doing it on a daily basis. That's exactly what they gonna, you know. Like I said, technology is the main thing right now. It's even though we knew it was gold, it was also a curse to a degree, because now look at the generation now. Everything got to be recorded. Everything got to be liked and shared and yada yada. Like, there's no like, not every, like I told somebody one day too, not everything needs to be recorded, man. Some things should just be left away from social media. If you're trying to avoid certain shit, especially, keep the shit off the internet.
Man, these dudes think that's the new thing to do. It's like them people that stormed the Capitol. You are breaking the law. You're storming the Capitol, and you're live streaming it, giving your name. Hi, I'm Murray from Knoxville, Tennessee, and we're storming the Capitol. Come on, bring the kids. This is history. Come on, Johnny. We're going in. We're going in. We're taking our country back. Like, really? You know, back in the day, you would get smacked in the mouth, you know, because you'd be sitting there and your mom be talking to her friends, and she said, yeah, went to Walmart and had to get some groceries. And he said, we didn't go to Walmart. Pow! Backhand shit. Boom! We went to Walmart. Ass beat for talking and telling what went on. Not no more. That shit's over. They'll sit there and tell the world everything, man. Counting their money on there. You ain't got a job.
Put money to their ear like it's a telephone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that you know what it is, you know, it's crazy because it's just, it goes to show people that, you know, we all ain't stupid, but we just choose to play stupid sometimes, man. Like, oh, this is what's going on right now. All right, I'm gonna follow the trend. Some people decide to just, I'm gonna just follow whatever's going on right now. I'm following it, and that's gonna be about it until I feel I'm gonna find something different to grasp onto, instead of just saying, "Let me be a leader, man. Let me stop following everybody." Even when it comes down to the dress code, like, I don't need to be like everybody else, man. As long as I got something on my damn back and on my feet, I don't care. You know, you got everybody that want to follow. oh, I see my mans and them, they over here gang banging. Shit, I think I could fucking ride with them too. If they can do it, I could do it.
Right.
You know, some things you got to, like I told somebody, you got to just stay in your lane and do what fucking works for you, man. Because you could be a smart person, but that don't mean the drug game is for you neither. You know,
Sour, man. It's sour, man. You can't win, man. It's sour, man. It's sour. And the sad part about it is that at the end of the day, man, behind all this, man, it's Big Brother reaping all the benefits, man. The
yeah,
government is pushing the drugs, man. When you get to the point where you got 52 keys, do you really think the government don't know about you? They know about you, man. They're behind this, man. That's paying for the black operations. That's paying for. That's how they funding to get. Like I've been doing some research, man, on this alien shit, man, and I'm getting into a lot of shit, man. And you know, I'm seeing that. You know, you think because you're the president, okay, take me to the spaceships. The military's running that, and they're off the books. Like the guy said, the guy released all this information, and the reason he was able to do it was because the military is doing whatever the hell they want to. Now you run your mouth, they could kill you, but they're not letting the guy said he went to a meeting he had a meeting with Bill Clinton and the head of the CIA. And what he was telling them, they had no clue of because the military wouldn't tell them. The military's holding secrets. So the guy said, you know what, we can talk about it because this isn't government top secret. The military's doing what they want, and they ain't even telling the president about it, man. He said back in 1954, they learned how to manipulate gravity. And the guy came in and there was a spacecraft hovering. And he couldn't understand how the hell it was happening. They figured out how to manipulate gravity, man. There's some shit going on, man, that the government is behind, the military's behind, and they're funding these things. They can't go to Congress and get $5 or $10 billion to fund this shit. So they need the money. And where does the money come to fund all these government secret operations? Black community pushing dope. Look at this, man. Now we know that heroin comes from Asia, man. That's where the poppy is grown. That's where it comes from. We went to the Vietnam War. 60s, middle to late 60s, early 70s. The heroin, the dope game. That's when it was cracking, the dope. 60s and 70s. We get out
because a lot of them was coming home from the war too.
You seen how Frank Lucas was doing it, working through Vietnam, the bodies and all that. So now Vietnam's over. We get out of Vietnam in the 80s. The heroin shit dies down. Cocaine. Now, why did cocaine blow up? You had the Iran-Contra, the Nicaraguans, Oliver North, Ronald Reagan. What that was about was Nicaragua was fight. The Nicaraguan government was leaning towards a communist government, and they had the Sandinistas, the fighters, the M19, the militants. They were fighting the government. So the United States couldn't very well go and say, well, we're going to help them. We're going to take down the government. So they did it off the books. So they got the money through the CIA with Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky selling drugs, the crack cocaine. That's where they got the money to get them people the guns. So then that hits. Now we go back in 9/11, Afghanistan. We're all in there. What do we have going on right now? The opioid epidemic. Because we're over there in Asia, we're getting the dope, we're bringing it back, and they're selling it to do the off the book terrorist funding and all this shit that they're trying to do, man. And now we're in another heroin epidemic, man. It's plain to see, man. It's like right there. You know what I mean? We go in Afghanistan, we're over there, and now it's a heroin epidemic. All of a sudden, man, people were back on the needle, man. No, come on, man. This shit didn't start till we got over there. But people will say, man, you crazy, man. That's bullshit. You crazy, man.
Nah, it's not crazy, man. You know, the funny thing is because, you know, at that time frame, everybody was, coming back from the war. So that was everybody's drug of choice to a degree. Like, that right there was like, it set a unprecedented record of either overdoses or, especially when it was that pure, like, you know, but hey, man, we seen it for ourselves, man. I mean, the government does a lot of damn things, and they benefit at the end of the day, man. Whether it's killing us or not, they don't care. You know, it's the same thing with this virus right now. Like, it's just like y'all leave something, and now y'all can't contain the shit. But you want us to take something that we know for a fact. You know, it's like you're getting mad at the black community because we don't want to take something, but at the end of the day, you can't have us take something that we don't know if it's really patent pending, and we know it take more than 2 years for you to even get approved on anything. So how did you come out with something that quickly? That's what got some people saying, I ain't taking this. And then some people don't even want to take just to get the test done because of the way you got to get the test done. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're giving you another option now, but or before they want to stick something in a cotton swab damn near up. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, no.
So one of my friends told me,
your brain.
Hey, like one person told me the same thing. She said she went to go. The only reason why she went because her job is forcing them now to take something or don't even bother coming to work. I mean, I'm just looking like it's crazy because so now you're like you taking away my freedom. Like you basically telling me it's either I'm going to get fired or I'm going to have to quit just because I don't want to take a shot that I'm not trusting. You can't get mad about that, man. At the end of the day, I don't care how many people try to sit there and say, "Oh, well, what?" No, not everybody's going to take the easy route, you know. And then it's sad because some people cried about, "Oh, we need something to stop the virus now." And then now look, now it's something here, and then now they saying they ain't got enough to give niggas. So, you know, you gotta be careful of the things you put out there, man.
What you think about the coronavirus, Ham?
You know how I feel about that. I mean,
tell the people.
The virus, my opinion is, I mean, there's something out there, but it's just a form of control to get the people to conform to what to their agenda. Because at the end of the day, they want to control everything. So they're using that fear to control. Like my sister, she's a doctor, and you know, she sees a lot of patients a day, COVID, up to 46 patients a day, and they paying them to say, like, some of them might die from COVID, but some might die from, you know,
natural causes,
strep throat, and they say they're paying them to say it's COVID.
And you right on the nail with it too, to a degree, man.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, because you know me and my friend was having this same little talk too, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, but we was having that same thing. That's why I said you hit it right on the nail. Like, I was like, how do we know if some of these people are actually dying from COVID? Because you forgot at the end of the day, before this came into play, you do have natural causes. You do have things that happen where people are. Death is a part of. Is a natural part of life, man. It's like for every death, there's a birth. But how are you gonna sit here and just try to justify and say that everything is from the COVID? No. So if I got shot in my neck, God forbid, and died, you gonna say it's COVID? Like, you know, it's just it's sad though. Like, and look, it could be a simple thing like a regular asthma attack. Oh, let's just associate it with COVID. No, it's just you had an asthma attack or you had a heart attack and died. Like, don't sit here and try to make it like, oh, this is what it is. No. Because at the end of the day, now you really putting fear. Like you're right. You putting fear. You trying to distill fear in the people. And then you want these same people to. My fault. Then you want these same people to trust you. It's hard to.
A lot of people are sheep. They just following what they tell them, following what they're doing, and that's what it's going to be. Because at the end of the day, they don't do enough research or find it in themselves to just think, you know, sit back and think like, well, this is going on. Let me go here and research this and see what's really going on. Because at the end of the day, like my opinion, I don't be trying to watch. I don't be watching the news. I don't be watching because a lot of it just I feel is fake news to me. Because of the simple fact that they moving pieces into place to where they can go ahead and say, well, if the people do buck up or go against what they're doing, they already got the pieces into place, like the military already in place, saying, well, you're going to do this anywhere, or you know, this is what you're going to go to this place. We're going to put you here. You just disappear and nobody ever see you again.
Well,
yeah,
that tell you the death. You was all over the place on that one, man. But you know, from the sheeple, the people that don't do the research, you know, it's also like, okay, you know, you can basically find anything to make your argument valid. Like if you believe that the vaccination is fraudulent and it's government trying to kill us all, you can go on the internet and find this one and that one to say that, and then you can go find shit to say the exact opposite. There's so much shit out here flooded that you really don't know what to believe. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's right. People got enough access to programs and computer editing and all type of shit that they could put something together, and you think that shit come from the CDC, and they think came from a 400-pound 13-year-old who's laying in the bed eating hamburgers all day, and they love to fuck with people. So they're a computer genius, and somebody them paid them to make bullshit. Like, you don't, you can't even get to what's right, because when you looked at them motherfuckers storming the Capitol, man, one thing that I came away with it is that they really believed that the election was stolen. They really believed that Donald Trump won the election. There was no way in the world he could lose. And they are actually inside the United States Capitol, and these motherfuckers are running up on the cops. Imagine if us three ran up on the cops talking about we taking over the people's house. There'd be 3 body bags.
Yeah.
With toe tags. And that'd be the end of the story, and they say we was nuts.
A lot of them people, some of them cops, I believe they was in on it, you know.
Right. But now look, you or I could have a cell phone and he could say, I fear for my life. They went out of their way to not hurt anyone. The cops was running from them.
Yeah.
They was running from them. They went out their way to not hurt them. So, you know, you got Hassan Campbell talking about, you just crying, talking about, well, man, if they was black, what they would have did. It just goes to show that what they've been saying is bull. That's the line they tell him to say. Just tell him you feared for your life. He didn't listen to your commands, and you get away with it. You can kill a nigga too. But they stormed the Capitol. They killed a fucking police officer. 4 people lost their lives. And these motherfuckers is talking about Trump, we need a pardon. Pardon us for a couple days. We need a pardon. Just so much shit is going on in the world we live in. Nothing is what it seems, man. You can be a rat and come home to a hero's welcome. If you know the right people, man, you can get the good job. You can work hard all your life, man, and never accomplish your dreams and goals because you don't know the right person, man. Like your hard work and your knowledge and all that, yeah, it could take you to the top, but it ain't gonna take you to the top if you don't know somebody at the top, man. It's sad. It's sad the state and the condition of the world we're living in, and you think like 2021, this is modern days, but you know what? 1943 was the modern day at one point in time too. They were saying, man, this is 1943, and look what Adolf Hitler was doing, man. 2021 and 2020, look what Donald Trump has done. Donald Trump, that shit of them storming the Capitol, what a lot of people don't know and realize, Donald Trump has radicalized American citizens, man. This is just the fucking beginning. What are we going to do when there's a president in there that thinks and thinks like Donald Trump, but is smart enough to keep his fucking mouth shut and play the role? They have proven that Constitution ain't nothing but a piece of paper, and we get the right motherfucker in there, they could turn this fucking government on its ear, man. The people stormed the Capitol and nothing happened, man. They had the senators running for their motherfucking lives, man.
Ducking and hiding shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's sad though. It's a sad reality if you want to be technical. It is a sad reality. It goes back to what I said earlier. It's the power of the tongue, man. If you know how to incite the people and if you know how to really get the people going.
That's it. A charmer.
Yeah.
A beautiful orator, man. That's what Hitler was. Hitler gave a great speech. Same with Obama. Obama won the goddamn election because he knew how to speak, man. You know, I was Obama. I loved Obama, man, because I felt like, you know, what can the president really do, man? How much power does he really have when he's only in there for the maximum of 8 years? There are government institutions like the CIA and the FBI and all that, where they have people that they're career workers, man. You know, so they know how the government works. They got back channels, man. They can do things, man. And they make alliances and they come up with little sneaky plans, man. And, you know, you feel like the president's hands are tied, you know. Even though he's the president, he still has to go through Congress. He still has to go through the Senate. You know, he still has to work with the FBI. He still has to work with the Pentagon, Department of Defense. There's so many apparatuses to this government that what can one man really do? And I thought that Obama, if nothing else, was an inspiration to our children and our grandchildren, where they said a black man would never be president. And he showed that if you work hard, man, and you don't take no for answer, and you have the ability to be the intelligence, the skill, the gift to sing, to play football, to be a scientist, if you have what it takes and you work hard, you can actually be that. And that's what I thought Obama did. If nothing else, he was an inspiration, man. And that's why I didn't understand the white women not voting for Hillary Clinton. Like, why do y'all hate this woman so freaking much? Like, you don't want her to be an example to your grandchild, your granddaughters, that she can be anything she wants. Like, women, you finally got a chance. Like, black people, okay, you shouldn't be voting for somebody on the color of their skin, but we have a chance to have an inspiration. We have a chance to have someone that looks like us and speak like us to lead this fucking country. How dare a black person not vote for him? How dare a white woman not vote for Hillary? But they didn't. And I say all that to say that Donald Trump getting in office showed me that Barack Obama, fuck him, man. Barack Obama, you piece of shit. You could have done something for us, man. You could have done something for us. He says, yeah, I'm not just the black president. I'm the president for everybody. Yeah, okay, but we're owed, man. We're owed. You didn't do nothing for the brothers, man. You didn't change the crime bill. Donald Trump did. Donald Trump got rid of the mandatory minimums. Joe Biden fucking helped make them. We just put him in office. Obama did nothing for black people, man. Obama,
people don't know Joe Biden did that, though.
Man. Whatever Obama did for people, he did it for everyone. But he could have done something for black folks. We're old. We've been behind the 8 ball, man. We've been playing. They done had a head start on us forever, man. And he didn't do nothing for us. And Donald Trump proved that if he wanted to, he could have. Because Donald Trump did something for the rich people. He cut their motherfucking taxes. He made executive order. When you make an executive order, they got to go by it.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that. He did nothing for us, man. Fucking inspiration when you could have really did something, man. Yo, man. If it's marketable, it's profitable. And Barack Obama was marketable. And he didn't do nothing profitable for us, man. He didn't help no one, man. That nigga sold us the fuck out, man.
The only thing he did, I'm not even gonna say nothing, but we all know what he was part of. So that part of the game, I'm like, damn, son, you could have did anything else and you legalized that. You legalized that before. Yeah, you legalized that before weed. Like, like, come on, man.
Hey, man, do you know? Like, you can look it up, man, and you could type in your YouTube or in your Google search, man. Barack Obama, gay lover. There was a guy that said he knew Obama, right? And he said he was smoking crack with him. He was saying all type of shit. Now, if that shit wasn't true, Obama could have sued him and had him stop saying that shit. He didn't do that. The guy said Obama used to come and get him, and they'd be in a limo riding, smoking crack, and Obama was giving him head and all that. And right around the time that this man was really going in about it, Obama was about to start his run for president. Guess what happened? I'll give you one guess.
He died.
Exactly.
See, that's the thing. When you get too close to some sort of truth, they'll do that to you.
He died in a fiery car crash. This car was on fire like you ain't never seen a car on fire. They said they must have hit that motherfucker with a goddamn missile.
Harder than fire and brimstone.
Yep, he did, man. They put an end to that story, man. They killed that fucking guy, man. They killed that guy, man. Obama, man. Obama was handpicked, man.
Yes, he was. No, I agree with
all
you.
All of them are handpicked, basically, man.
Yeah,
almost everybody that came in office is handpicked, man, because they could do more than what they doing, but they are not doing it. So they are just playing a role like everybody else is playing the roles. And only the select few actually like for the people, and those be the ones that's the the small little state senators or assemblymen that are trying to get somewhere, but because of the fact that they don't want you really going for the people, they're gonna leave you somewhere, man. They'll leave you somewhere down at the bottom, man. Like
thinking. Hey, Han, what Lil James say? Fuck with me, you're gonna find you stinking. 17-year-old killer with 5 bodies. Fuck with me, they're gonna find you stinking.
Yeah, but they wound up left him stinking too.
Nah, he's still alive.
Lil James?
Yeah, Lil James, he turned his life around, man. He got wife and kids and all that. That's what Therese told me.
No, Lil James is dead.
15 years old and didn't nobody want to tell him nothing. He let the lead fly, man.
Yeah, but you know what it is, Maylay. Some people, you could try to guide them in the best way possible. Some people ain't gonna want to hear it. However they set in their ways, that's just how it is, man. It's the same thing with the youngins out here to a degree. Be like, certain shit y'all niggas know y'all don't really need to do. We gonna do it anyway because that's what we. Some people do that because they for some people not to be funny. That's a thrill to these niggas. They just do certain shit.
Yep.
Don't matter if you get wrapped up or not. Yeah, it's the thrill. This is what I want to do. Like, it's like, damn, like, at least give yourself a reason to live, man. Like, we know some people feel like, oh, I'm coming from this side of the tracks. It ain't nothing to live for, man. Or, nah, sometimes you gotta make your way, man. Like, you can't just, you gotta make your way and pave your way some way, man.
Well,
You can't just sit here and, yeah.
I'm gonna say this, man. That motherfucking Alpo, nigga, you's a goddamn rat, man. Alpo's a fucking rat, and I have no respect for the man because he killed his right-hand man. And people die and get murdered every day, man. But that man's family got to sit up and look at you coming home from jail wearing meat coats, walking the streets of Harlem, while their beloved loved one is in the fucking ground, food for the fucking insects in the microorganisms feeding off his ass. And he's walking the streets and he's talking his shit and he's Beijing in his beard and he's looking good and he's swagging again. And motherfuckers is accepting him, man, and ain't calling him out. So Alpo, I tell you, man, fuck you, nigga. You fucking poisoned our people. You sold that shit in the community. You ruined thousands of lives. You made all type of money. And then when you finally got caught up in your shit and you was time for you to pay the price, you fucking weaseled out of it, man, and put 10 other motherfuckers in jail. So instead of them getting you for life and getting 50 years out your body, you give them 200 years through 15 other motherfuckers. And won't nobody tell you that shit? Man, I don't advocate violence, man. I don't advocate violence, man, but if anybody deserve it, you do. And motherfuckers in that city should check themselves. I'm not telling nobody to go kill him, but at least don't fuck with him. Ostracize that nigga, man. Don't listen and don't let him come to no community events, man. It's just like at the Capitol, man. There's safety in numbers, man. Alpo can't kill everybody there. You know what I mean? Like, man, niggas, grab your nuts, man. Stand up, man. Let that nigga know, man. He's not wanted around here, man. We don't want your kind, man. You sell poison, you murder, and then you also tell on everybody? Man, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So Nate and Ham, I'm going to wrap it up, man. I want you guys to go ahead, man, and give your parting shots, man, your comments, whatever you want to say, man, before we get up out of here. Nate, you go first, and then Ham, I'm going to let you close it out. Let you get the last word. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, man. I just want to tell all the peoples out there, man, we just got to start making better decisions. Got to start really looking at, what's going on in the world right now and, decipher what's going to be your long-term goal, what's your short-term goals, man. It doesn't matter what you do in life, man. Just make sure you smart, you using your thoughts and not your emotions. And just let's be safe, man. Like, doesn't matter what we doing. We just gotta make a better future than what we seeing right now, man. It's really about it, man. And shout outs to everybody, man. Salute to everybody who's been in here rocking out with us, man.
All right, and Ham?
Yeah, I want to give a special shout out to everybody who listened, who tuned in. But my final thoughts would be this. I mean, you could believe it if you want, or you could run with it if you want, but at the end of the day, you got to get right with God, because He's the
That's a
only one
big
going to
fact.
save us. I mean, who believe in it, who don't? But me, I'm a God-fearing man, so I'm gonna just leave that thought with everybody. Just you got to get right with God, get right with your Savior, and He gonna be the one to save you. I mean,
That's a big fact.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, that's real talk, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna thank both y'all, man, for coming up, joining me, man, and politicking over things, man. It's always good to have a forum, man, and talk about the things that need to be talked about to address things that affect our community in our lives, man, on the everyday, man. It's always good, you know. We need to talk about these things, man, and we need to inspire thought in people, man, because that's the only way we'll get change, man, is if we start having these conversations, man, you know, about snitching. I think we need to revisit snitching and you know, I'm not going to say snitching, but holding our community down and policing ourselves, man. You know, if I agreed to commit a crime with you two, there's no way in hell I should be telling on you two if I get caught and y'all don't. But if you look out your window and see somebody blowing an old lady's head off or shooting a gun, robbing somebody, and the stray bullet hits a baby in a stroller, that motherfucker needs to go down. And we need to revisit it, man. We need to revisit it, man, because our community is the only one suffering the way we do because of the dumb rules that we will listen to. You won't police your community. You won't tell the authorities when everybody's seen what happened. Nobody will say nothing, but you'll let a motherfucker like Alpo snitch on everybody after he done wreaked havoc on the community, and then nobody's saying nothing, and then this motherfucker turn out to be a tattletale. So, you know, we just really need to take a look at the state of the Black community, man, and fix what we can fix, man. And it starts with conversation, man. It really starts with conversation, man. I'm gonna be hitting on this topic. I'm also going to be going in on Monty Shitstain Woodgrain. Shitstain Woodgrain. That's his name. Fucking hate business gang. You know what I mean? I'm going in on shit-stained wood grain. That motherfucker's hating on Lennon Honor because Lennon Honors is bringing to the surface the facts of Umar Johnson being a scammer. And Monty Woodgrain was all on Umar Johnson's top. Then all of a sudden he quit and start going after Lennon Honor, who is Umar Johnson's worst nightmare. And he talks about Lennon Honor getting cash apps and making money. Okay, yeah, he's making money. We all want to make money on this shit, man. That's the goal, man. Ain't nothing wrong with making money. Black folks will tell you something's wrong with you doing something that benefits you because they can't do what you do. Oh, man, you wasting your time DJing. Ain't nobody partying no more. Fuck you DJing for. I don't burn CDs. I go on YouTube, Google. Man, stop hating, man. You know what I mean? If somebody got a lane, let them have it, man. But when you hate on somebody that's doing an honorable thing, that's my call for 2021, man. Guys like Monty Shitstain Woodgrain, who's hating on a guy like Lennon Honor, who's calling attention to a scammer, somebody that's giving the Black community a bad name. Now, had Umar Johnson been getting donations from white folks, his ass would have been in jail. But because he's scamming the Black community, nothing's happening. We need to get it's people like Umar Johnson are the reason that a good Black man, a hardworking Black man like me can't get a donation because people want to say it's a scam. You on here scamming. When you're working hard and you're doing right and you want to give back and you reach out to the Black community for help to make something grow, like Shut Up and React did with the toy fund drive, first thing come out of motherfucker's mouth, you scamming. You scamming. Why is a motherfucker that the first thing that come to a motherfucker's mind? Because that's the shit that they would do with the money. We know that. We have labeled ourselves to be fucked up when there is good brothers out here doing good things, man. So when you hating on a good brother doing good things, I'm coming to the rescue, man, like the fucking Coast Guard, man. I'm the YouTube Coast Guard. You hating on a nigga, man, for no good reason, shit stained wood grain, I'm coming for you, man. What motherfucking man calls himself Pimp Long Balls? Since when has having long balls been a good thing towards the pussy? It ain't never. You got long balls, that means your shit is hanging low because it's full of semen because you ain't hitting nothing. Girl, I got some big balls. Ain't nobody worry about no big balls, nigga. Pimp long balls, man. This motherfucker running around looking like Tattoo from Fantasy Island, man. I'm on his motherfucking top, man. So
Yeah, but you know what?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Nate.
The thing is, that's not the first time we heard about Mr. Johnson scamming people. But you know, like I said, the minute you try to bring light to certain things, it's not just him you got to worry about. It's a lot of people you need to worry about that are getting the donations and they scamming. You know, those are the ones you got, man. Listen, if you don't do your own research on these people and make sure this is the things that they're taking your money for,
But
I ain't
see,
giving nobody a $30.
we really got to get Umar Johnson gone because, see, fuck a jump shot, fuck entertainer and all that. That shit is one half a percent of the people that's gonna make a career doing that. Those are people you can count on one hand. You know, you use all your hands and toes, you can count the black entertainer billionaires. It's what Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, and Jay-Z. There ain't many entertainer black billionaires. You know what I mean? So that shit is a fucking dream, man. The key for the average black kid is education. And we got Umar Johnson is out here raising donations in the name of education. And he's scamming. So he's robbing the education community of helping black. It's like the man is letting him do this because he's giving it a black eye. Now, if somebody come along and they really want to do something and build a school and do something for the youth to make sure that our black kids get a better education, ain't nobody going to contribute because of Umar Johnson. So they're letting this motherfucker do this so he can kill that. We got to kill him, man. We got to, so to speak, figuratively, we got to kill what he's doing, man. So when the one who comes along that's really going to do something, we help him. Because when the next person come along, what they going to say? Oh, man, you ain't going to Umar Johnson me. I ain't giving that nigga a dime. And the motherfucker couldn't be honorable and really trying to do something, man. So when we got people calling and shedding the light on what he's doing, and then you got somebody like shit stained wood grain who comes along and tries to say Lennon Honor's a fraud and Lennon Honor's this. No, Lennon Honor's not. He's calling out Umar Johnson. And Monty was on Umar's back. But for some reason, he fucking quit. Like Umar probably hit him with a cash app and said, come on, man, we both from Philly, bruh. Get off my back. Or maybe he pulled up on him. What it was, from what I understand, is Monty made a comment and said something, and Lennon Honor piggybacked on it, spoke on it, and he brought Monty on his platform, and Monty thought he was going to be up there all like that, and he let him talk for 2-3 minutes, and he booted him. All right, bro, thanks for coming on. And he got mad about it. Now he's Lemon Honor. He's calling him a fraud. Nah, man, ain't letting that fly, Monty. You're corny. You're not funny. What nigga makes up a character and calls him Pimp Long Balls? Pimp Long Balls, baby. What pimp would name himself Long Balls? Why not Pimp Dick You Down? Pimp Sweet Dick Daddy from Cincinnati. Something clever. Pimp Long Balls. Only a fucking fool would call himself Pimp Long Balls. But we'll touch on that. That's another topic for another day. I want to thank my man Nate the Great and my man Ham C, DJ Ham It Up. You can check him out at Toolbar Studios. And it's always good to get with my people, man. I'm getting ready to take it on in, man. And until we meet again, man, if it ain't, check it out. If it ain't marketable It ain't profitable, man. Make yourself marketable and you too will be profitable. Don't hate, congratulate, man. Congratulations, Nate.
Congratulations, man. Look, and if that don't work, don't second guess your success.
Hey, definitely don't do that, man. So thank y'all for joining me. Salute to the chat. Thanks everyone that tuned in. And if you again, I'm gonna keep preaching it because that's what I do, man. And I works hard at it, man. The Cash App is Maylay all day, man. You want to show some love? I ain't gonna be mad at you, man. I appreciate you, man. Maylay all day, man. And I'm gone.